Hey Pisces, welcome back. I'm here with your weekly reading for June 11th through the 18th. I have already pulled your oracle cards, so we'll get into that in a minute. Just a few reminders, these readings are general, so not all of it will resonate with you 100%. If it does, that's great, but the chances are, since I'm reading for Pisces as a whole, bits and pieces will fit. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because those are for someone else. Also, you might want to check your other signs to see what's happening. Well, your other placements, because these are for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So check those videos out. Also, your monthly is out. I will link the playlist in the description box, and you can find it in there. That's where I keep all my monthlies. Also, if you'd like to be notified of your other readings that come out, your other weeklies, bonuses, we do have the full moon coming up. I think it's this weekend, I'm not sure. So hopefully I'll be getting full moon readings out for everybody. All right, so let's get into it. So I started something new, I think with Scorpio, where I pulled like an overall, well, not an overall, but I pulled a card from my Law of Attraction deck, and it does talk about money, but just replace the money words with whatever you're trying to attract when working with the Law of Attraction. The same principle or message will be the same for you. And you have, I am a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. I feel like someone got this, I'm not sure, but the message is, you live in a pulsating, vibrating universe of advanced harmonics. Everything that exists in your air, in your dirt, in your water, and in your bodies is vibrational in motion. And all of it is managed by the powerful law of attraction. There is nothing that exists outside of this vibrational nature. And as you learn to accept your vibrational nature and begin to consciously utilize your emotional vibrational indicators, you will gain conscious control of your personal creations and of the outcomes of your life experience. So this is just kind of a reminder to be aware that, you know, everything in nature does have a vibration, and, you know, to kind of be more aware of the vibration that you have and what you're emitting, the vibration or frequency that you're on. So just kind of be aware of it. It's probably more like you're just kind of getting into the law of attraction and kind of learning more about it. So just make sure that when, you know, it's kind of a fine line, you know, kind of realizing where you are vibrationally. So just keep that in mind this week. You know, maybe like, you know, just have a reminder in your phone every few hours or once a day or twice a day. Be like, take a minute, where am I vibrating right now? Like, am I in, you know, try and take stock of your body, like do a body check-in, a mental check-in, kind of see where you are. I think that would help you, just kind of getting in tune with it and getting used to that feeling, if that makes any sense at all. All right, so your cards are the Nine of Swords in the reverse. We have mercy. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you also receive. Mercy. When I see that, I think of Uncle Jesse on the Full House, and Fuller House too. Wombat spirit, be at home. And then we have adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. So I think the message is here that you may have some anxieties or fears overall, that you maybe about something that you're working on, maybe life in general, maybe a project, maybe a relationship. You do have some fears and anxieties. I feel like the message here, or the guidance for this week, is to work through those. This card in the reverse is talking about working through those and you know, not really losing sleep over it at night anymore, just trying to get over them. And I feel like some of you may already be over them. When I was shuffling the cards, I was asking what message or guidance do you have for Pisces for this week overall, And so for a lot of you, I think, you know, let go of the anxiety and the fear. Maybe stop hiding from it and face it. Maybe have some mercy for yourself or the situation, maybe the people around you. What you give, you also receive. So also make sure that the mercy card I see a lot, and I read it a lot for ourselves. You're not the first sign that got this card, I don't think, either this week. And it's like just a reminder to be kind to yourself, to, you know, kind of forgive yourself, not be so hard on yourself, which sometimes when this card comes up, especially in the upright, you know, we have a tendency to kind of be hard on ourselves. So just make sure you're trying to be compassionate through this, whatever it is you're working on, because you will give what you receive. The Wombat Spirit says be at home. I don't take this necessarily just staying at home. It might be, you know, it might be that you need some time at home to work through some of these fears and anxieties, or just work on something in general. But what I see with this is like, be at home, be comfortable in yourself as well. Be comfortable with what you're doing, you know, just kind of being at home in your own skin, which sometimes can be hard for us, especially when that Nine of Swords is there. So I think just working through these fears and anxieties will help you instead of letting them run you. Because with these two cards, I feel like yeah, there are some adjustments that are required. Things maybe aren't working the way you thought they were. Maybe things, you know, it's like things just keep getting in the way, or it's just not running smoothly. So adjustments are required, but instead of being worried about them and, you know, letting all of them cause you a lot of anxiety, you know, you just kind of like work through them and be like, okay, so yeah, this obviously isn't working. I could, you know, freak out about it and worry about it, or I can try and come up with something else, you know, a little tweak here and there. Like, why is this not working? What exactly is it? Is it a piece? Is it the whole thing? So just kind of look at it, you know, logically, without the anxiety and the worry and the fear there. And I feel like you'll be able to see what needs to be adjusted. You know, it might not even be that big of a problem that's causing, you know, it might just be a little hiccup, and it's like, oh, well, it's just this. I'm kind of like imagining like a machine, you know, I'm kind of like using that as a metaphor. Like, you know, it's not like you scrap the whole machine because a bolt is loose. You know, you just figure out what part of the machine is not working, and you go in and tweak it until you figure out what it is. And it might be something very easy to change, something super simple. So that's the overall message for the week, so, or the guidance. So let's get into the general. I do see the World here, but the back side of the world. So it's like you're wanting something to be complete. You're wanting to a cycle to be finished, but it's not quite there yet. All right. And you have, I don't know why I can't think of that name. It's not the Empress. There we go. Sorry. I guess it's still earlier. Yeah, the Empress here. And that would make sense with the back side of her. It's like, no, the cycle isn't quite finished. So you need to kind of just take time to give thanks for what's going on, all right, for the cycle, because it will finish. And then the Nine of Pentacles. You know, this is just taking some time to yourself. The Hierophant. And having faith. Lots of major arcanas right there. Nine of Pentacles again. All right. Alrighty. Come on. The Hermit. Might be take some time, you know. All right. All of these are major arcanas. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Just saying. All right, Ace of Wands. So there's going to be a new beginning soon. All right. I don't always feel drawn to do that for the signs, but I was for you guys. And I think I was for Taurus too. All right. Okay, that's too many. I'll keep the 4 of Wands though. All right. Pisces focus, obstacle, advice, and outcome, most likely outcome for the week of June 11th through the 18th. Please and thank you. Cards are kind of messy, so it's like maybe things feel a little chaotic to you. Like everything you touch is like kind of hard. I don't know. Knight of Swords, the Star, Ace of Wands showing up again, and the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords did show up while I was doing the pre-shuffle. Okay, so overall, you can't really see. Okay, I'll show you overall these cards, just kind of together. All right, so it's like they're all pretty dark and stormy. Not all dark and stormy, but they're pretty dark, okay? So it's nighttime, you know? So I kind of feel like with these cards, the backside or the nighttime side, because it's the vice versa deck, you know, day and night. The night normally talks about something that we need to work on inside, internally, you know. But your overall card that came out was the 4 of Wands. All right. And it's kind of like the sun is setting in this card, you know, so it's almost like this time of celebration is going to come to an end, you know, shortly. Like the party's almost over. And then it's going to be time to work on something else. I see this with the Empress card that I saw when I was doing the shuffle is, you know, it's like take time for this time right now, all right, to enjoy it, to be in it, to celebrate it a little bit, because there is going to be work ahead. Your overall focus for the week, though, is the Knight of Swords. So it's like you're taking action, but you don't know where you're going, if you're even going the right way. I mean, look, he's just completely in the clouds. He's determined, and he's going to keep going with it and fighting, you know, moving forward, but he can't see anything around him. He doesn't know what he's fighting, where he's going. He's just hoping he's going the right way. So let's pull some clarifiers for this. Why is the Knight of Swords here as Pisces focus for the week ahead? 7 of Swords showing up in the reverse. And the 7 of Swords showing up as the most likely outcome. So I feel like maybe there was some sneakiness or shadiness going on, but it's not there anymore. But another way I read this is that, you know, you just want out. You just want to leave the situation, okay? It's too cloudy for you to see anything. You know, you can't get any clarity for what's going on. So it's almost like you want to leave the situation, but quietly. You know, you're not going to make a big to-do about it. So, and I see that here with your most likely outcome too. You know, it's like he's just trying to sneak away in the night. Not necessarily that he's taking what's not his. He could be taking what's his, you know, and just trying to exit quietly, you know, sneak out in the middle of the night so he can't get drawn back in. Maybe he tried to exit it, you know, leave, you know, and let everybody know, not in the middle of the night. And they were just like, no, don't go, stay. Or he somehow got sucked back into it. So I kind of feel like that's what that's what's happening here, is that you want to, you're done with the situation. Maybe it wasn't the best situation. Maybe there were some people in there that kind of manipulated the situation, kept you in the dark, and so you're like, this isn't working for me anymore, you know, and I can't tell them I just want to leave, because every time I do that, you know, I get sucked back into this cloud and it just gets darker. Wouldn't surprise me if that's what's happening. All right, so we have the star here as your obstacle. Let's see. Let's pull a clarifier before I talk on it, because I'm getting a few different messages. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be about a job. Could be something at work. Maybe you want to leave your job. But it's like you don't really know what to do. You don't really have faith in the situation. You don't have faith or hope. You don't have hope in the situation that this is going to get better. You may not even have hope that you can find a new job. Because with the Ace of Pentacles here in the reverse, maybe you feel like there's not an offer there yet. There's not, you know, because if it was in the upright, it'd be like some, you know, it's like you're being offered something, some kind of new start, and you're like, it's not there. And I feel like that with this card, it's like you don't have the hope for it. You don't have the faith that it's coming, you know. And I feel like here it is. You may not feel like divine timing is at work here, that you really, you know, because this is like a, you know, it's kind of like a ghost figure. Could be like spirit guides or whatever you want to believe. Could be like the universe coming here. You know, it's not rain coming here. It's a bunch of shooting stars. So it's like you feel it's just not time yet. Like I said, you want the cycle to be over. Everything that I've seen, you know, during the pre-shuffle and even here, it's like you want the cycle to be over. It's not quite yet, okay? That's why this isn't showing up. That's why this offer isn't here yet. This new beginning isn't here yet. It's just not time for it yet. But it's coming. It's coming with the Ace of Wands here. And I do feel like it is talking to this card. You're going to know when it's time, because, you know, this a spiritual being right here is going to let you know with, you know, a burning tree. You know, it's going to be like a crack of lightning, and it's going to be like, go. All right, it's time to get on it. All right, start that new. It's going to be pretty quick when it comes. All right, so just be ready for it. That's why I feel like with all these cards here, you know, it's like it's just not quite time yet. You're going to know when it's time, because like it's going to be very, very obvious. All right. Ace of Wands. Why is the Ace of Wands here as Pisces advice? The Lovers. Some of you are going to have a new start. Someone new is going to come in. Could be a Gemini. Obviously, it doesn't have to be. It could be a fire sign as well. You know, Aries, Leo, Sag. But some of you, there's going to be... So this could be not necessarily about work. It could be a relationship. But I feel like there's either a new start with someone or someone new's coming in for you. Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here as Pisces' most likely outcome for the week? Why is the Seven of Swords here as Pisces' most likely outcome for the week? Knight of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like you aren't really going to take action on leaving this. With the Knight of Wands in the reverse, it's like, it's just not time yet, okay? There's still some things that you're gonna need to work through, I feel like. But I feel like here you need to be open. You just need to be watching and waiting, okay? Just kind of have faith. Your obstacle here is that you don't have faith, all right? You don't have faith. You don't have hope in this situation. There's, you know, but it's there, all right? It's there. With this side, it's not this side, you know, where you're kind of finding balance and peace by yourself. No, there's help here, okay? I see that in more than one place. You know, there's the universe, your spirit guides, what, you know, God, whatever it is that you believe in that's bigger than yourself is at work here, okay? So just let go of some of that anxiety and worry about how things are going to turn out. Maybe even let go of control of it a little bit and just kind of, you know, have faith. Work on getting your balance back. All right, let's get into your love reading for June 11th through the 18th. Also, that soulmate card, well, that lover's card could just be a relationship coming in, like a really good friendship type of thing. That doesn't always have to mean love, like lovers love. But we'll see. We'll see what's in the cards for you. Pisces, what message or guidance do you have for Pisces in love for June 11th through the 18th? Please and thank you. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Really, I feel like just lighten up a bit, okay? I feel like you're taking things really, really serious. That Nine of Swords energy with the fear and anxiety makes us really, really serious sometimes. So, lighten up a little bit, flirt. Alrighty, let's get into it. Alright, what is Pisces? Overall energy and love for June 11th through the 18th. What is Pisces overall energy and love for June 11th through the 18th? Please and thank you. The Hanged Man, taking a time out. We will see. Okay, what about the person Pisces is dealing with? What is their overall energy and love this week? Oh, they got two. King of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles. Both in the reverse. Could be an earth sign you're dealing with. You know, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I feel like they're definitely not putting any work into this. With the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, they're not working on this. But they're not feeling very grounded either. They're not being very practical about things either. So, we will see. All right, Pisces in love for the week of June 11th through the 18th. Pisces. And the person that Pisces is dealing with. Please and thank you. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Yeah, I feel like you're just kind of taking a time out to get a new perspective. Because this person, they're not being very logical about things. Not working on it. Oh, here's your World, though. It's coming up in the upright. You got the World, Two of Cups, and Seven of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse on their end. Four of Wands on their end. Eight of Swords in the reverse. You're wanting something new. You're wanting a soulmate connection. And you're narrowing down your options. You're coming back to reality about this situation. Maybe that, you know, you want a new cycle with them. It wouldn't surprise me if you wanted something new with this person. So this definitely could be someone from the past, not necessarily someone you're dealing with. But overall, if this isn't someone from the past, because it's like with this card in the reverse, you're definitely coming back to reality, possibly narrowing down your options. And I feel like that's kind of when you, overall, when you were up in, you know, timeout land, you know, getting a new perspective, you're like, you know what, that's all I want. I want something new, and I want a deep connection with someone. You know, I don't want to play the field. I don't want to date. I don't want a lot of options. You know, I just want one person that I connect with. I just want connection. They, on the other hand, not so bad with them. Overall, though, like I said, it could be an earth sign you're dealing with, you know, with the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. And then they have the Queen of Cups here. You know, this could be you kind of showing up on their side with the water sign, kind of being cut off emotionally, not in control of their emotions at all. Maybe they don't know what they want. You know, they're not in tune with their emotions. Or this is you showing up on their side, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's just them not really listening to their heart, not being very emotional about it, you know, but they're not being very practical about it either, because, you know, that's in the reverse too. But they do have the Four of Wands here, so they do, you know, this kind of can be like a reunion message, or, you know, they want to maybe offer something with love, you know, make some kind of love offer, but, you know, I don't think that their head's in the right place. They can't think logically or practically about the situation, and, you know, their emotions are all over the place. But they have the Eight of Swords in the reverse, so they're trying to get clarity. They're trying to break themselves free, you know, of this feeling trapped, okay? Because it's like they're trapped in their head. They have a lot of fear and anxiety too, so they're trying to break free of that as well. All right, so let's see what else comes up. See what else comes up. Okay. Five of Cups in the reverse, the Tower, King of Swords in the upright, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles though. So you're letting go of this. You're letting go of the sadness, the grief. You know, it's like, you know, you have things waiting for you. And so focusing on what's already been lost isn't really helping anything. So I feel like you let the Tower fall. You know, you kind of just like, you know what, I'm not going to stand in the way of the Tower anymore. Divine, you know, like divine timing might be making this happen. Whatever, I'm not fighting it anymore. Let the Tower fall, whatever. And you're going to be very logical about everything, and honest. You know, you're going to be very honest about things, but you're going to be very, like I said, just logical. You're going to, you know, you're going to make decisions based on your head, not your emotions. You know, it's like, well, this makes sense, so this is what I'm going to do. I can't really lead with my heart right now because I'm just going to, you know, there's too much going on. They are Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. They're not really waiting on this either. They're not really putting anything into this. They're not going to nurture this. Again, another Pentacle in the reverse. Wouldn't surprise me if they're an earth sign. A lot of earth on their side. They do have some water and fire and air, but definitely more Pentacle. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're earth. But they're not putting, they're not even really assessing the situation anymore or thinking about it. They've released the burden, okay? This was a heavy burden on them. Probably with that Eight of Swords energy, with them feeling stuck and trapped, and all up in their head about it. They're just releasing it. They're like, I can't carry this weight anymore. And they may go look for something new. Could be with you. I mean, you know, they might be trying to start new again, but they're looking for something new. All right, so let's pull some advice for you. Pull some advice. Advice for my Pisces. Advice for my Pisces for June 11th through the 18th. What advice do you have for my Pisces? Pisces, June 11th through the 18th. What advice do you have for my Pisces? June 11th through the 18th. There's one. I feel like that's another one. Two of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the 10 of Wands. 7 of Cups in the reverse. So for, you know, you are kind of doing what, yeah, the Hanged Man coming out in the reverse. Two more cards. Ace of Cups in the reverse. That's 3 cards, so that's too many. The Knight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so it's like the situation really isn't balanced, okay? There's not really a good balance here. So you definitely need to you're carrying a lot of weight. You're carrying the weight of this world on your shoulders, literally, okay? So I feel like that's causing you to be very, very imbalanced. You can't juggle your own stuff because you're like carrying everybody else's stuff. I feel like, you know, you just need to focus on your stuff. Let go of some of these burdens that you're carrying, okay, because you're really, really feeling burdened and not in balance, you know. You might want to focus more on your money. The 7 of Cups in the reverse, you already had this in your love reading. So, you know, it's like, come back to reality about the situation, which I think you already have, all right? But you're still in the Hanged Man mode. So it's time to you've got the perspective you need, okay? You've already got it. You've been in timeout long enough. It's time to come back and work on some of this stuff. Work on getting your balance back. You work on your stuff, not theirs. Don't start anything new. Don't start anything new emotionally in love, either with this person or anybody else right now. You need to get your balance back and let go of some of these burdens. The Knight of Wands in the reverse, you know, don't take any action on this, all right? Just, you know, don't take any action on finding something new. Don't take any action on, you know, chasing or going after something new, because you have some things here you need to work on. You know, you need to release these burdens that you're carrying and get your balance back, all right? And then once you can do that, you know, then it'll be time. But adding something new when you're already feeling like you're losing the juggling act and you're carrying the weight on your shoulders, it's just going to make it harder. And this kind of goes back, you know, to, you know, the vibration you're emitting, or the frequency you're on. You know, you want to lighten your load so your frequency can be lighter, you know, so you don't really attract drama. Because it's like, I don't know if you've ever tried to date when you had a lot going on and things were crazy anyways, and it's like all you attracted were people that had a lot going on and things were crazy. Well, that's because y'all are kind of like attracts like, you know. So, you know, you want to lighten this load, get your balance back, and then like be on that frequency, and then go start looking for dating or, you know, rekindling this relationship, whatever it is. And so you can kind of attract people who are balanced and not carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders as well. Okay, Pisces, that's your reading. I hope you found some messages in here that will help you through your week, and I will see you next time.